Hey guys, welcome in this video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 5 books that literally changed my life and helped me become a better person and a better trader as well. So throughout these last couple of years, I've done a lot of personal development and I've read a lot of books as well. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys the 5 books that literally had the biggest impact on my life. So guys, if this is a concept that sounds interesting, make sure that you leave a like on the video. And if I see that there is a lot of like and that you guys really enjoyed it, I will do another video in the future where I will share with you guys other books that really had a massive impact. So again, make sure that you leave a like and make sure as well that you are subscribed to the channel if it's not already done. So guys, before that we get into it, I just want to clarify 2 things. Number 1, I will share with you guys books that are related to trading and that are related to personal development. The reason why I'm mixing them together is simply because, well, in the real world, if you want to get good results in trading, you need to do a lot of personal development and become someone that is, really logical, that knows how to manage their emotions, that is productive, etc., right? So you need to do a lot of personal development, which will have a good impact on your trading. And so if you want to improve in this industry, you need actually both of them. So that's the reason why I'm mixing them together today. And the second thing I wanted to say is simply that I do not believe that you can learn how to trade only with books, okay? And that is something that is really important to understand, because a lot of people think that by just reading books, they will become a great trader. And honestly, right, throughout the years and after coaching hundreds of people inside of the industry, I really don't think that it's doable. And the reason why is simply because the best way to learn how to trade, in my opinion, is to see someone doing it live in front of you, right? Seeing someone doing their analysis, taking their trades and explaining what's going on the market. And this kind of videos, right? Repeating this over years, right, of just work and work and work. That is really how someone can develop their knowledge, develop their experience, and improve a lot in their trading. And that's exactly what I do inside of our coaching program. Every single week, I record a weekly review, and in these videos, while I show all my analysis, all my trades, everything that I do on the markets, it's all in these videos, right? So I just wanted to clarify this because I don't want you guys to think that with just these books you will become an amazing trader. I don't think that it's going to happen, but still these books will massively help you, especially in terms of psychology, right? So how to think as a trader. This is something that is extremely important, and these books will surely have a positive impact on your life based on that, all right? So with that being said, let's get right into it. So the first book is Market Wizards by Jack Schwager. So this is a book where there are many interviews of top traders of the 70s and the 80s. So it's a pretty old book, but it's an amazing one. And since then, there has been many other editions with other traders. There's even been one that is a lot more recent in the last like 1 or 2 years. And essentially, right, as I said, these are just interviews with top traders. Now, I didn't read all the different editions. I read the very first one, which is this one right here. And I've also read the last one. Personally, this is really the one that I preferred the most. So the first edition, you have people in there who made tens of millions of dollars, and you even have hedge fund managers that are very well known, that are still operating today, that were interviewed in this book decades ago, okay? So this is extremely interesting. It's going to share with you guys essentially, right, well, what these guys were doing back then and how they were making a lot of money on the markets, okay? Now, honestly, guys, a lot of the concepts that are explained in this book are not necessarily all applicable in today's world because things have changed, right? The world of trading has completely developed itself, and so there are a few different things, that were applicable back then that are not necessarily as true today, but still, it will give you a really good idea of essentially what these guys were doing back then. And I think it's going to give you also a lot of like just overall and general knowledge about trading and about the markets and about what happened throughout history. And I really do think that it's a great book. I've read it multiple times and it surely had a great impact on my trading. Second book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Now, this is an amazing book simply because it talks about everything that I love the most, which is being productive, being efficient with your time, knowing how to manage your emotions so that you don't get distracted. All of these different things, right? It's all in this book. It's going to teach you guys the core principles on how you can be productive and how you can get a lot of things done in your life. And the reason why that is so important, guys, is simply because I truly believe that the best way to become successful is to get the most out of the time that you put in and not necessarily always having to put in more time, right? The goal in life is not just to work without doing anything else, right? It's just going to burn yourself, and it's really not going to make you that successful at the end of the day neither, right? So what you actually have to focus on is getting the most out of the time that you put in. And the reason why that is so important is simply because I know people who work 8, 12 hours every single day that are less productive than people like me who work, just less hours, but still get more done because I'm really productive and I'm able to go quite fast on a daily basis and just get things done. And this didn't come easy. I had to practice this quite a lot, just being efficient and being productive and moving fast essentially. But that is really one of the biggest superpowers, I would say, to become successful. So this book will teach you that, and I truly think that it's going to help you guys massively because, as I said, it's really the core foundation of anyone that is successful. Okay, third book right here, we have Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. This is a very well-known book. Essentially, it's a book that talks about trading psychology, okay? So how to think as a trader, how to think in terms of probabilities, how to manage your emotions, right? The psychology, guys, of trading is one of the parts that is the most neglected. A lot of people are looking past this idea, but it's actually one of the most important things because most people who end up losing money on the markets is simply because they don't know how to manage their risk, they don't know how to manage their emotions, they don't know how to properly think and how to use their brain effectively, okay? And this book talks exactly about all of these things, and it's directly related to trading. So if your goal is to become a profitable trader, honestly, I think it's a must read. You have to go through this book. It's really going to help you a lot when it comes to just thinking properly as a trader, which again is kind of the core foundation of anyone that has success in this industry. Okay, fourth book right there, and this is a special one. We have Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Now, let me walk you guys through this book and explain you the story because it's kind of a special one, as I said. So the book was written in the 30s or 40s, right? So it's very old, and it was not published during 70 years. And the reason why it was not published is because it was too intense, it was too controversial for the society, okay? So essentially, right, this book is a conversation with the devil, and it talks about multiple different concepts in our society that the author judged as not really being rational and not really being helpful for human beings in general. And he goes into, like, as I said, pretty controversial stuff, okay? So you might not agree with everything that is in this book, and that's fine. But what it also talks about is really like all the negative traits that human beings have, okay? So all the dark sides of humans, right? People who just do crazy things because they don't manage their emotions, people who are lazy, they are not productive, they cannot seem to get things done, right? All of these like more negative aspects, it's all covered in this book, and it kind of highlights the reason why humans are like that and how you can actually, outwitting the devil, right? That's really the idea of the book, and how you can essentially reach success and go beyond these obstacles, right? And I truly think that this is important simply because a lot of people, right, always focus on what you have to do to become successful. And of course it is important, but what you also have to focus on is what not to do, right? What are the mistakes that you need to avoid in order to still eventually become successful, right? Because if you make a lot of mistakes and you consistently just repeat them, it's not going to help you, of course, right? And so that is a book that will massively just help you understand better the dark side of human beings, how to conquer this, and how to overcome all of these obstacles. And the last book that I wanted to share with you guys is Reminiscences of a Stock Operator by Edwin Lefebvre. And essentially, this is a book of a biography of Jesse Livermore. Jesse Livermore was a trader at the beginning of the 20th century, so it's pretty old as well. And he made a lot of money in trading, like hundreds of millions, right, that it would be worth today. he lost it all and he made it back multiple times. Okay, it's a crazy story, big ups and big downs as well. Absolutely insane. Okay, and the reason why this book is really interesting is, number one, to see, well, essentially what he went through and what was the life of a crazy trader back then, we could say, but also it's going to teach you guys the mistakes that he made and what were the problems and why did he lose so much money. And the end of his life is also pretty tragic, so I'm not going to spoil you guys this. I'll let you read and go through the book, but it's a pretty important one, and it's really going to help you guys just understand better, essentially, right, what are the mistakes, again, to avoid. It's kind of the Outwitting the Devil, right? It's the same principles here, right? The same idea that you need to avoid making mistakes to become successful, and this book will also teach you this, but more specifically about trading and about someone that actually went through all of these obstacles. So guys, these were the 5 books that I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure that you leave it a like and share it around as well. And on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.